and then her, I think this is her second skill, dispels all. Wait, what? And then on top of that, her skin is is top tier. So I think they buffed her not only for obviously for her skin, but it is. Wow, it's been so long. You look so good. You know, nothing much has changed here. You know, it's just been a normal life here, and I know it finally like. What has it been? It's been like a month since I've gotten Bologna, and now it just happened today actually that I got Angelica. It was actually from the Covenant. So I summoned a couple, and it gave me it got gold or whatever. Anyways, hey, what's going on, Knights? Name is Cecilia the Gamer. We'll go back to another epic video. So today, okay, so I'm gonna probably put a timestamp here somewhere. If you just want to look at the patch notes, if you don't want to listen to this, then go ahead and skip over it. But I kind of want to explain what's been going on. So reason why I haven't been uploading too much is because real life stuff has been happening. I actually recently just got into, I got hit by a truck, and it wasn't just like a accident. It was more like the dude tried to freaking ram into my car, and luckily. It could have been a lot worse. I didn't get hurt at all. Just like my car is kind of bumped, but it was a pretty panicky situation. My car like lost control. He rammed through the back. He rammed me, and it kind of like my car kind of went like that and then like that, and I finally caught straight. But yeah, and then the whole situation with my brother. He got jumped at school as well, so it's been just a whole bunch of real life stuff that I've been trying to handle, and unfortunately, and also I had a new temporary job, which I'm finished now with it, which is why I'm able to kind of have more free time. But yeah, so I've been it's just been an insane couple weeks, and hopefully I can just start back up. I know, like I noticed a lot on my channel. I'm sorry that I don't upload. I didn't upload because of something keeps happening, and I'm sorry about it. But we're back, and I've been, for some reason I got sick, but it's not like the sick I was like a few months back. It was actually like a cold sick. I think you could still hear me, and I did record me summoning on Pavel's banner, but I decided to scrap the whole thing because this dude's freaking banner is cursed. Like, I summoned so much on this dude's, like, I still have the video there. I don't know if I should upload it or not, because it was just horrendous to watch. I almost cried. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and go over the balance patch. There we go. It didn't freaking load. I think these are just showing like all the ones that are getting balanced. Also artifacts, which is really interesting. I like how they did this. They kind of show like, okay, this, if this is what it is, it's basically showing like what heroes got balanced, and then they'll show them the actual. So it's like Melissa, Cecilia, Tenebra, Rose, and these are all regular ones. Rose, Clarissa. Okay, so it's just showing 5-star, 4-star, then Moonlight 5-star, 4-star, and 3 stars as well, which is really interesting. And then the artifacts. So let's go ahead and get into it. Melissa. So Melissa's actually, like, I'm so tempted to actually summon her, because she's on the Mystic Summon rotation right now. So I'm so tempted to, because I actually have over 1,000 or so. And I'm really interested in getting her now because she seems really interesting. Even before this, she was actually still really good because she, I think her third skill, it doesn't rely on, yeah, this skill is unaffected by elemental disadvantage. And on top of that, it dispels all buffs. So it dispels all the buffs and then attacks, which is really insane because now it can't be resisted, the curse. It can't be resisted. And on top of that, critical hit granting another turn. And then her, I think this is her second skill, dispels all. Wait, what? Yeah, no. I'm sorry, I'm confused. Okay, so this is after it's awakened. This is not after it's awakened, so I don't know why I did that. But okay, this is the second skill. Attacks by unleashing an inner rage, granting immortality to the caster. One turn. Skill cooldown is reset when the enemy is defeated. Okay. So does that mean that her third skill cooldown is reset when defeated? Does that mean her third skill is available again? That's insane. If that's the case, then that is really insane. Because she oh my gosh, because she does it like if you use her in PvP, or like you more likely use her in PvP or arena, world arena. I mean, her third skill can go into her second skill, and then to her third skill again. If that's the case, if I'm thinking this correctly. If not, then I'm still rusty on the brain. I'm just kidding. It still looks really interesting. Okay, Melissa's originally designed as a hero who can deal significant damage to two enemies at the same time. Her curse ability. However, the uniqueness turned out to be somewhat underwhelming when compared to other heroes. Okay, so if you want, like, I feel like she's extremely worth it. I feel like she was still good before, but now they just made her really, really good. She's like not 5 like worthy. She moved up a couple tiers because of this. So this is really, really good. Okay, Cecilia. So effect chance increased by 50% when the caster's health is less than 50%. Damage dealt increases proportionate to the to the caster's max health. That is okay. So that's even before it's awakened. So this is after it's awakened. Attacks all enemies with a magical spear with an 85% chance max, 100% chance to decrease attack for 2 turns, damage dealt, and then this one granting immunity to allies for 2 turns. Now this is really underrated. I feel like there are only a handful of immunity in this game. It doesn't like everybody has immunity, you know what I mean? So just her having immunity and then her being tanky as well, and then having a chance to provoke is just pretty freaking insane. This makes her more viable as like if you have Fallen Cecilia and regular Cecilia in one team in arena defense or whatnot. That's like a really that's like a really disgusting defense. So, and they're both, the fact that they're both tanky, it just makes it that much. So, and then on top of that, her skin is top tier. So I think they buffed her not only for obviously for her skin, but it gives it more of a reason to buff her. So this is really good. Just making it a 100% chance to decrease attack is really good as well. So they made her a lot better as a support, which is really, really good. And this will, I wonder if this will change the current meta, because that's what they're trying to do. I feel like they're trying to make the fire, like if you notice, like Melissa is fire. They're trying to buff and make other elements better than the current ice meta, which is really interesting. I hope that they do change it, because there's ice everywhere. Example, the Angelica I got today. Another one that's fire is Tenebra. They keep buffing her. I wonder why they're like we're gonna make her work. Okay, so it's actually really interesting. So attacks enemy with a dark energy. Okay, is this after? Oh no, this is after when she's awakened. Attacks with 60%, 70% chance at max to put them to sleep for 1 turn. When the enemy is asleep, the caster, it gains combat readiness for 50%. Okay, so basically just gave her another 10% chance to sleep, which is not bad. She has slept me before, and man, it irritated me because it. Okay, I'm trying to understand what they did to her third skill. I'm sorry. Usually the green is what they changed, and it looked still the same. Max 85% chance to decrease defense for 2 turns and put them to sleep for 1 turn before increasing attack of the caster for 2 turns. Did they make a typo here or something? Or are they supposed to? Is it first asleep? She will have an 85% chance to inflict this debuff equivalent to. I don't understand what the difference was there, but I'm wondering. I don't know. Will this change where she's at right now? I don't think so. I feel like for PvE, she's still for PvE. For PvP, there's still a whole bunch of ice meta, so just using her already kind of limits you, because they're Seaside Bellona and you're using AoE. If her third skill was a non-attack skill, then that would be different. But unfortunately it's not. So the fact once it hits, Seaside Bellona is already geared up. And not only that, you probably won't land the defense break unless you have her on a triple hit set, then I guess. But I don't know, it's super weird, but we'll see what people do with her. Okay, this one is, I feel like this one's the winner of the balance patch, and I feel like everybody's talking about it. So the fact that this skill cannot trigger counterattack is insane. They didn't change her burn or anything. They just added that she cannot be counterattacked. So any MLK, any counter set, any let's say Violet, out the window, can't do anything. And on top of that, it's her first skill now does it attacks 2 people, just kind of like Vildred. So it's like if you do her third skill, and then you use, like, let's say a lots or something like that, right? To be a little bit slower than her, and then use her boost her again, and then burn her skill like repeatedly, she will have her third skill again, which would be insane. So they just made her like really good, really good. So, and she deserves to be, because she's a ML 5-star. It is not I don't feel like it's broken per se. If you're talking about, oh man, RTA is gonna be crazy. RTA, you can ban the A lots or lots or whatever and kind of control it in that sense. But for Guild Wars, I feel like that's she's just really good now. So yeah. Okay. Rose, I read through her skill. They just the same thing. They just made her a bit better. Her barrier is better, and then she gives defense. She grants defense to herself, right? Yeah, it grants defense to the caster for 2 turns. Which, I mean, I feel like a lot of people just use her at 5-star Awaken or whatever, because they just use her as a CR pusher. So if anything, if you have her 6-star, then there you go, more survivability. But I don't know. I don't think this changes her position where she's at. She's not bad, but she's not like top tier. She's still used where she was used before. So yeah, Clarissa, really interesting. Okay, they should have had this a long time ago. Rage cannot be dispelled. I don't know why they didn't do this when she came out, but it's there now, which is good. Can't be stripped. This is good. Attacks all enemies by spinning, inflicting 2 bleeding effects for 2 turns. I'm guessing this is 100% chance, and then a 50% chance to decrease defense for 2 turns. That's like so good. Like obviously it's not like, oh my gosh, but for a 4-star, it's so good. You look at Seaside Bellona. Seaside Bellona, she has a 50% chance to decrease defense, and it's not even an actual skill, it's a passive. So the fact that she has it on will, you know, and then she has bleeding effects, you know, like you would, like, it has 2 bleeding effects. All right, Fighter Maya, she got, I didn't think she needed a buff too much. At least I've seen people use her, and I feel like she was good where she was at. But it's interesting where they moved. So her burn is no longer in her 3rd skill, I believe. It's now in her 1st skill, which provokes 100% chance. And her 3rd skill now gets a extra turn when she defeats an enemy, which is really good because her 3rd skill does a whole bunch of damage. Increases by 300% when the enemy's health is less than 30%. That's insane damage. I think I've seen her do north of 40,000, which is insane. So it's like it grants an extra turn, and then she has a provoke. That I feel like that's really good. And then she cleanses with her passive, so no debuffs on her. I don't know. They just made her really good. Like, moved her up a tier, which is really good. I like that they're trying to make all these heroes usable, not just the same heroes over and over and over. Celestial Mercedes. So the way I looked at this is that they changed the way the soul burn works, because I think the soul burn was in her 3rd skill. Yeah, there you go. It was in her 3rd skill, and now it's in her second skill, which wasn't bad, right? But it works well with her kit. because I believe that all skill, like let's say she uses her third skill, right? Attacks on enemies, it increases the combat readiness by 20% according to the number of critical hits. So let's say there's 4, right? She gets 80% combat readiness, and then on top of that, she gets skill cooldown decreased by 2 turns if she does. So if they're not dead, her third skill will be up again really soon. So it's another thing like spectator Tenebra, ML Tenebra, where her skills are constantly like up, which is really good. I like that. I don't have her, but I like that. So they just made her better at what she does, which is good. They kind of fixed that because it didn't really make sense how it worked, but this is like perfect. So this is like her final form. You're not gonna see anything else coming from her. At least I hope. I hope they don't make her too OP. Okay, Doris, I don't use her too much. This girl is interesting. So a lot of people use this girl, I think, in Banshee, at least back in the day. They used to use her in Banshee or even Golem, I think, because she's a dark unit and she does defense break and decrease combat readiness. All allies absorb 5% of the damage they... Okay, so I think this is her pass. Every time an enemy dies, all of the allies recover 20% health and the caster combat readiness by... Ooh, that's interesting. That's interesting. I wonder how this would change, because it's like when you're in dungeons, I'm thinking PvE wise, right? Because I don't think you use her in PvP at all, unless they somehow find a way. But I feel like, I don't know. It's interesting. It's interesting. I'm talking too much, so let's keep going. Okay, we're finally at the artifacts. Okay, so this makes this artifact a bit like I feel like like they keep making it up a tier. So this, like, adding this makes it harder for them to die, which is good, because it's like they just came back to life to die. And adding a barrier straight proportion to health, the caster's max health, you already know, like Crow, you already know, like let's say Fallen Cecilia or something like that. Like those like when they come back, if they come, or when they come back with this, if you have it maxed, it's like it's irritating to deal with. So that's good that they did that. I still don't understand how the staff one works. If you want to go ahead and comment down below, let me know how this works. I don't understand how it works. I have it put on somebody, I forgot who, but I just don't understand. Effective resistance on all allies by 20%, and effective all healing received by allies by 20%. I thought maybe I am right. Does it mean that, like, if they receive any type of heal, whatever heal that was, they'll gain 20% more of whatever that heal was? If that's the case, then that's interesting. But yeah, this one is really good. I like this because it was a critical hit had to be made for it to add additional damage. Now it just adds the additional damage regardless, which is awesome. I like that. So it's like you don't have to just have like a whole bunch of crit, as long as you have a lot of attack. Boom, that's really good. Cool. And it makes sense because, like I said, additional damage increases the portion to the caster's attack. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, so Dignus Orb, I actually got this I think a couple days ago, funny enough, which is really good for Vivian. I think that's her name, Vivian. Increases the damage of the next attack by 15%, which adds on top of her having the greater attack buff on herself, which is really good. So her AoE is gonna do a lot more damage. I still don't use her because she's really squishy, and I don't know where to. I haven't found a way to use her yet, so I don't know. She wasn't really meta defining for me, but yeah. Charlotte remake. Okay, so this one's interesting. I like, they remade her, but I'm just like, I wonder how it's gonna play out. So her first skill kind of works like Crayon's first skill, where it becomes an AoE, right? Attacks dual swords with 35% chance, max 50% chance to decrease attack. When the caster's buff activates this skill on their turn, The attack will target all enemies and increase the combat readiness by 20%. Okay, so it's kind of a combination of Crayon's first skill and Dian's first skill. Okay, interesting. It worked, like I said, it works kind of the same way like Crayon. Like, I love using Crayon because of that, so maybe I can use her. I like that. And then her passive now, every time she gets hit, she gets a, how much does she get? She gets like Fighting Spirit or something like that, right? When attacked during the acquired Fighting Storm is Fighting Spirit is doubled. Increased attack and defense can only be triggered once per. Okay, I like that. I like that. Yeah, because I didn't like the whole thing. Reason why Charlotte is a storage guardian right now is because she was just a stunning machine, and I was just like, I don't need stuns. Like, I didn't see much of it. So this makes her relevant because now that she gets Fighting Spirit, her third skill, once she gets enough Fighting Spirit, she gets to use her third skill again, and her third skill cuts all enemies while spinning with a 75% chance to make them unhealable. A successful attack always results as a critical hit. That right there is insane. Because before it was just a damage dealt dramatically increases proportion to the number of stacked focus, whatever. Nobody cares. The fact that it says successful attack always results as a critical hit. You can put her on a triple hit set, and I was joking about this earlier. I forgot about what, but triple hit set, and then she will do a whole bunch of damage, even if you don't have enough like crit on her. Just make her pure damage, and I don't know. Like, I wonder how high. Like, I heard the multiplier went down a little bit, but still, like that. And then her being able to use it again and again, because once she gets attacked, I wonder if you can make her like a kind of a bruiser, so you can put her in the front line, and then she gets hit again, and then she gets to like do it again. That'd be really interesting. I want to see how this plays out. And then that's it. Soul Burn effect will also change so that Charlotte can gain 100 Fighting Spirit, maintaining her ability to use Vortex without a waiting period, which is so crazy. Just her having all those AoEs, and on top of that, like, if you have her with matched up with CDOM or something, like let's say you use her in Raid, right? And you have her matched up with CDOM will have so many turns, and then her, like, if she gets attacked, her third skill would never be off cooldown. Like, it's so crazy. I don't know. This balance patch, or this balance, is I feel like it's really exciting. It brings life to the game. I like when things get buffed, because it's like, yes, you get to kind of dust off some toys that you don't really use, and I like that they're making a lot of things more usable. It isn't just like for me, I feel like most Nat 5s are usable, and Charlotte was actually one of the ones that I was just like, she's kind of meh. But they did this, and I feel like they put her in, for me anyways, they put her in the same range as Crayon, and I love Crayon. Of course, Crayon is like way up there. He's my favorite. I use him in Cleave and whatnot, in Arena. So, but seeing that they gave her kind of the same treatment, I'm really interested in building her just because of that. But y'all let me know down below, what do y'all think about that? I know I went on for so long. I shouldn't have gone. I guess this is just to make up for the whole time that I was out. But let me know what y'all think about this balance patches. Did they do too much? Did they do too little? Let me know what y'all think. I feel like they did quite alright. They did what they did. Or what it said. They balanced, and they didn't make things too OP. So anyways, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Every like, comment, subscription is appreciated. Hope to see y'all in the next video or stream. Hopefully this is up before the stream, because I've missed making videos, man. So hopefully this comes up, and I'll continue making videos. Hopefully life doesn't get in the way. I love making videos for y'all, and I love y'all interaction with y'all. Y'all are my friends, man. Yes, y'all are my friends. So the less time I get to see y'all, it makes me sad inside. So anyways, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. All right, peace.